Are you ready to take control of your life and join a community of like-minded women who are on a mission to live their best lives too? Healthier, happier, and wealthier? Then get ready to find the support and motivation you need to pursue your passions and goals. Get ready to develop the courage to step out of your comfort zone and try new things. Join the MyBest Life Tribe membership today and unlock a world of opportunities, empowerment, and sisterhood. Our exclusive community offers courses, collaborations, workshops, events, and so much more. Don't wait any longer to start living your best life. Visit our website, www.DrStemy.com, and become a part of something truly special. My Best Life Tribe, where women thrive together. www.DrStemy.com.
Are you ready to bounce back?
Welcome to the Bouncing Back podcast with Dr. Stem, where resilience meets inspiration. Join us as we explore powerful stories of overcoming adversity, share expert insights, and discover the tools you need to bounce back in life. Whether you're facing challenges or seeking motivation, you're in the right place. Let's dive in.
I can't wait to introduce you to our next guest, Dr. Stem. She is a renowned empowerment coach, author, and speaker. She's the founder of the Bounce Back Empowerment Conference and the Dr. Stem Empowerment Academy. Dr. Stem is passionate about helping individuals overcome challenges, build resilience, and unlock their full potential. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you, Kornelia. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, it's good to have you because you, as you know, our first guest was an amazing storytelling teller and also a wonderful speaker, as are you.
Oh.
So I'm so excited that you're here, and you have a message that you want to share with us about when we want to give up.
Yes. Yes. You know, last night as I was preparing for this story, I have so many stories. At 60 years old, you can only imagine how many stories that I have, right? So I thought, what story would be befitting of this segment today? Interesting enough, my full name is Stembile Matlatini, and
Thank you.
Stembile means hope. And we are talking about stories of hope. So I thought, you know what? Let me talk about a story that most likely will resonate with a lot of people. And I thought to title it, Where There's a Will, There Is a Way, or There Will Be a Way. And I also said, where there is a calling, because many of us understand and know that there is a calling that is upon us. We are here to serve. There is a purpose that we are here to do. There is also something that we are passionate about. So to combine all of that so that I'm doing what I'm passionate about, and I'm also following the purpose and calling of what God has called me to do, is the gist of this whole story. And it was 10 years ago, and I was talking to one good friend of mine, Rodney, and Rodney was coming. He lives in Washington, D.C., and we were coordinating so that we could collaborate and do a book signing together. At that time, I had an office in Boston, Massachusetts. I'm now here in Orlando, Florida. So he's talking to me on the phone and he says, listen, I'm coming over there and we're going to be doing this here. Let's talk about the date and everything. And he says, in the midst of that conversation, he says, guess what? I just attended a conference in California. And at this conference, we just finished preparing for a launch for an online platform that we are going to be using to launch programs online. I said, wait, forget about the book launch. Tell me about this program. What program is it? And he says, well, we're going to be doing programs where I can, do workshops and I can speak and I can but I'll do it online where I can work with people from around the world. Well, let me tell you, I'm from Zimbabwe. And as a firstborn of 7, I grew up being told that I talk too much. You are talkative. And being talkative was not a good thing. Oh, she's talkative. She asks so many questions. She talks. Even today, I'm told that I talk a lot. But that is my calling. This is the thing that I do. So I had wanted at that time how can I reach the world and how can I speak to men, women, and people from around the world? It was always my, quest, and also something I wanted. So when I heard him saying that, I said, wait a minute, do you mean to say my prayer is being answered right now in this moment? Because this is something that I would love to do. And I say to him, so how do I join? He says, it's too late. They closed out the applications already, so you cannot, join anymore. I said, what do you mean? Can I get the name of the place? I mean, what is it called? He's like, listen, we haven't launched yet. So once we launch, they're going to invite people, and now, join in. But we are founders. He said, we are founders. So I am cocky like that, where I said, you know what? I am also highly favored, so I'm a founder as well, and I want to be. I want to be a part of this. So real quick, he gave me the name, the name, and he said, I don't have any contacts or anything. I said, don't worry, I will Google their platform to see where, what their website is. I went to the website. It's called Kajabi, the platform, for those of you that are listening and watching. And I went to the bottom. I didn't want to know what they did because I already knew. I already was excited about the opportunity to reach the world. So I went to the bottom and saw where it says contact. And I wrote the most passionate email. I am from Zimbabwe. I am here in the United States, but this is something I've been dreaming of. And then before I send it, I say the prayer. I said, Lord, may you make somebody with a heart open my email. I want somebody who's going to open it and say, you know what? Let's give this lady a chance. I don't know who it is, but may you send an angel. May one of them be my angels that take that. And then I hit the send button. I couldn't sleep that night because I knew without a shadow of a doubt that somebody was going to read it and allow me to be a part of the founders of Bounce Back, of Kajabi. They did respond to me and they said, ma'am, we can do that for you, but you have to be able to pay within a week, in 7 days, in order to join, this platform. I'm talking to somebody out there that has a vision, a passion that they've been waiting for. And then the doors were closed, or somebody discouraged them and said, it's already done, or you can't do it. There are already programs that are being done there. You are different, you are unique, and doors will open. Where there's a will, there's a way. So I found the money and I'm now part of the founders, for that Kajabi. So that's a story that I thought is a story of hope. It's a story of not giving up. And many a time when we pray or we say what it is that we desire to do, we wait and we don't see how it's going to be done. I say to you, if you keep that vision, that passion and hope, the doors will open, but pay attention because the angels are everywhere. The opportunities are everywhere. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Mind blowing. Mind blowing. So this is so good. And I think it's such a perfect time for you to come here and talk about this now.
Wow.
Because so many people, they've been working for a long time with their passions or whatever it is that they're doing. Some people feel defeated and feel like nothing's working, nothing's moving, and, it's not going to happen. We talked about giving up. And the way that you positioned everything and told the story, literally, I could feel the life force energy just igniting all the way through, activating. So it's, you're inspiring me. But here's where I want to clarify something that you said, because you said first they told you that the program was already complete. They don't need another person, but you knew you wanted to be a part of that. So, but not only did you have that hurdle to overcome with the way that you did it, but you also had to find the money.
The
Is that right?
finances.
Pardon?
I had to find the finances. I had to find the money.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah, I had to find the money. But here's the thing, right, Cornelia? When you have the right opportunity and you wait, because the waiting is the most difficult, thing for many people, right? But when you wait and you have the right opportunity, the pieces come together. And the doors of the places, the people that you used to ask for money to do something else, or you used to, apply for a loan to do something, and they said, no, we can't give you a loan. All of a sudden you go back to those same sources or new sources that come, and all of a sudden they say yes. And you're like, I asked you just 2 weeks ago, a week, but it's the right time and the right place, that happens and that make it happen. So today, like you were saying, right, we're talking about bounce back. And I know, you've probably read my background about bouncing back, right? When we are, we've gone through life and gone through life, I mean, and life will be lifing, as they say. It goes on. We lose out, we get discouraged, but then we want to change and transition in life. And then there's always a need for bouncing back. The story also applies to that, to those people that are in transition, because life is about transitions, different transitions, as we go through life. And many of us forget that those roadblocks are going to come. Those transitions are going to come. Even dying people will forget that I will be dead one of these days and I won't be here. So we forget to live life knowing that I'm not guaranteed to be here tomorrow. I'm not guaranteed to be here next year. So what is, one good way that I can make the most of this minute? Right now, it's about this minute, this moment that we have.
Wow. Like keep going, lady.
I,
Keep going.
it's almost like I want to preach, right?
You are preaching. It's like, yes, go ahead. Can I get an amen? Hello.
Yes.
That's so good. That's so
Yeah.
good. So where are you working now? How are you serving? You're working with people one-on-one. How are you doing it? What are you doing?
Like I say all the time, I'm doing it all. I have a private practice. Thank you for asking. I have a private practice that I do virtually, in Orlando, Florida, and those services for virtual coaching one-on-one, and also virtual counseling, mental health counseling services. It comes under my Global Training, Coaching, and Counseling Services Incorporated. But my passion is doing bounce back. During COVID, I was one of those people that was sitting in this house, single, no children, nobody, around me. And I was depressed. I went into a deep depression, but then, that didn't serve the people that I was working with, because then I'm the therapist. They come to me for anchoring. And I didn't know how, to move on and to bounce back from COVID. So for some reason, I kept praying and I said, Lord, if you give me a way to get out of it myself, I want to help other people to be able to bounce back. So I started Bounce Back Empowerment Services, but it was only to bounce back from COVID, and I started a conference, which started off as a Bounce Back Empowerment Conference that we did virtually, just to help myself, because I needed to connect with people. I needed people around. So I started it on Zoom and invited, other therapists and also speakers from around the world to speak. This year, we are doing the 6th annual Bounce Back Empowerment Conference. So we're going to be doing it in the UK, because that was my desire, to travel around the world. Last year, we had it in Boston live, and this year we're going to be doing it in the UK. So the Bounce Back is my baby. That's my baby, where I help people transition from life's, situations that we go through in life. But then we do it one-on-one, we do it in groups, and we also do it through the conference that we have annually every year. And one last thing, I am an author of over 50 books.
50
So
books?
50. And if you go on Amazon, I'm crazy about writing and reaching out to the peoples, because my heart desire is to encourage, inspire, empower people any which way that I can. And one way was through writing books. So I do have books on Amazon that, I will send you a link to update because I don't think I gave you that. So 3 years ago, I decided, you know what, I'm tired of writing books on my own. How about empowering others so that we can write anthologies? So we started the Bounce Back anthology, where now we select 20 to 25 authors that come in and write a chapter. The first one was Bounce Back from Setbacks to Comebacks. The stories were so heart-wrenching but heartwarming as well that were written in there. Last year, we wrote From Dreams to Reality, Bounce Back from Dreams to Reality. Again, more stories were written. This year, we are writing From Struggles to Success. It's Bounce Back from Struggles to Success. Again, I'm looking forward to hearing and reading many stories from people from around the world. Can you tell I'm passionate about that part?
I can tell you're passionate about everything that you're talking about. You are just a fire, passion. You are glowing. And I just want to say that,
Thank you.
you made an announcement earlier talking about 60 years old and everything. You look 40, if not younger.
Oh,
So
thank you.
must be, all the energy that you're just exuding, full of passion and
Thank
joy.
thank
And
you.
so all this positivity that you're doing, it's really paying off and paid off, and it is successful and
Thank you.
inspiring. I want to let the audience know where they can find your links, like your social media handles, where they can find you.
Oh, thank you for that. I am everywhere on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X. So Dr. STEM Be Encouraged is the handle. DrStem Be Encouraged. That's the handle that you find me on all social media platforms, or even just Dr. STEM Be Encouraged in Google. It'll give you all the links, as well there. I do have a podcast as well, where I'm always welcoming people that also want to be guests on my podcast. It's called Bouncing Back with Dr. STEM. So if you want to be a guest, I would be honored, for anyone that is listening today that would like to be a guest. We talk about bounce back. We talk about transitioning. So I always am welcome to stories of bouncing back as well on the podcast.
Yeah, I love that brand, Bounce Back. I,
Yes.
I think that's just very catchy. There's so many things you can do with Bounce Back, t-shirts, all kinds of journals, all kinds of fabulous things that you can do with the Bounce Back brand.
Did
Bounce
you
Back,
know? Did you know that I do have a boutique, Bounce Back Boutique?
I did not. No, no, it's just fabulous. I love that Bounce Back.
Yes.
It's perfect for right now. It is.
Yes.
Yeah, bounce
Yes.
back for the human spirit.
Yeah.
Bounce back from the living, from dying to being alive and
Yes.
coming back to this minute. When
Yes.
we speak of, creating and living in the moment, the word the moment has been, spoken so many times that when we say in the moment, it doesn't even resonate that much anymore because we don't hear it. But now we need to say this minute,
This minute, I know. I know.
this
Because it's
minute.
about survival. It's about survival. It's about resilience, digging deeper and knowing that we have it in us to bounce back. We have it in us to live a life that is worthy. I call it my best life. We do have it in us, but again, it's going to take courage. It's going to take, us digging deeper, collaborating and having a community that we also, have support from, and also supporting that we are working together as one. That's why I appreciate being here today, because then it was something that came across yesterday and they said, would you be able to come tomorrow? I said, sure, because it's about this minute. You reach out to me, I have to move everything so that I can be there, because today was ordained for me to be here with you today, and I was not going to miss this opportunity at all.
Thank you for blessing us with your
Yes.
beautiful presence and your beautiful light and passion and inspiration of what you're
Thank you.
doing. I appreciate that so much.
Thank you.
And I definitely am going to consider coming on to your Bounce Back podcast. We'll be in touch
Oh,
on that. And
yeah.
then I would love to have you come back in the future so that we can listen to one of your other stories, because you said you have many.
I
So
have many stories.
yeah, yeah.
And you know what, Cornelia, I forgot. The website is www.bounceback, or DrStem.com. And I know that wherever everyone will be watching this, you also have the links right where they'll be watching this show. So thank you again.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Bouncing Back Podcast with Dr. Stem. We hope you found today's episode inspiring and packed with valuable insights. Remember, no matter the challenges you face, resilience is within your reach. If you enjoyed the show, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. Join us next time for more stories of strength and perseverance. Until then, keep bouncing back.